Good morning, everybody. We're going to continue on with our English today, and we're going to explore sentence structures in a little bit more detail. And in particular, we're going to focus on using complex sentences, which we did yesterday, but we're going to be looking at embedding those clauses. Now, what does that mean? We will come on to that as we progress through. So just a quick recap here. Which of these complex sentences need commas? Pause the video and have a think. Which ones need a comma? Okay, you've had a go. Here we go. We have whenever I go to the park is our subordinate clause, and it's at the beginning. When our subordinate clause is at the beginning, we need a comma. Stephanie is talking to me to buy shoes after she picks me up. So after she picks me up does not make sense on its own. It is the subordinate clause. It is after the main clause, therefore we do not need a comma. The dog is wagging its tail because it is happy. Because it is happy is our subordinate clause, and it is after our main clause, therefore we do not need a comma. And while I was waiting for the bus is our subordinate clause. It is before our main clause, therefore we do need a comma. Apologies. Now how do we spot these? Well, we look for our conjunctions. Conjunctions here is at the beginning. We've got a conjunction here in the middle, conjunction here in the middle, and a conjunction here at the beginning. So you'll notice when it's at the beginning, we use a comma. So when we're starting off our sentences, this is very similar to fronted adverbials. Now, an embedded clause is simply a clause that we place in the middle of a sentence. In this case, our embedded clause is also a relative clause because it relates to Josh. And this one is also a relative clause because it relates to Josh. So we've got our subordinate clause here at the end, subordinating conjunction. This time, instead of placing it at the end, we've placed it right slap bang in the middle. And to show that that's sort of like the additional piece of information, we would place that in commas. So I can, in theory, let me get my highlighter. I could, take this out. I could just ignore this. Josh walked home slowly. That makes sense on its own. Josh, who was feeling tired, walked home slowly. Now I'm adding more information about Josh. This is related to Josh, therefore it goes there. If I said Josh walked home slowly, who was feeling tired, it's quite hard to follow. So we're putting the important information near to where it needs to go. The main thing I want you to take out is that it's in the middle and we surround it with commas. We're embedding it. To embed something means to put something in something else. If you embed your foot in the dirt, you put your foot in there and it gets stuck. So here we go. We have our embedded clause. Can you identify the embedded clauses in these sentences? Pause the video. Where are the embedded clauses? Well done if you spotted them. Which was old? The coat had a hole in the pocket. Makes sense. The coat, which was old, had a hole in the pocket. Add in more. The doctor, who was very kind, took my blood pressure. I don't need that in there. I'm just helping my reader out. Being a good writer, helping my reader out. The doctor took my blood pressure. Fair enough, I don't know much about it. The doctor, who was kind, took my blood pressure. The ball, which was kicked by the goalkeeper, flew through the air. Add in more information to my subject. Okay, where are the embedded clauses in here? And have a think about what is missing. So underline the embedded clause and then have a think about what's missing. So, did you find what was missing? It was, of course, the comma. And well done if you spotted who was trying to escape. Harvey was caught by the security guard. That is a main clause. Got one verb. That's who we're talking about, Harvey. This embedded clause, embedded subordinate clause, is given more information about Harvey. The robot, which was malfunctioning, kept bumping into a wall. Crocodile, which had been lurking in the water, pounced towards its prey. Well done if you spotted all three of those. There we go. So your task today is, we've got a picture here. I want you to use the picture to inspire sentences with embedded clauses. So for example, the child who looked through the magnifying glass inspected the evidence closely. To me that looks like a little escape room. I enjoy escape rooms, nice and fun. I think there's some designed for children nowadays. So again, we have a writing frame here. Use these embedded clauses, put them in the correct place. For 2 chili, write a paragraph using sentences with embedded clauses in. And for 3 chilies, do the same thing, but I want you to include 2 complex sentences without embedded clauses and underline them in a different colour. So it's a really good way for us to start adding a bit of variety in our writing and boosting our writing and having our writing become really, really impressive. So have a play around with some of them. If you write as many as you can for this picture, find another picture, it's up to you. But this is your chance to practice and start to play around with some of your work.